what are 2, 3, 4 mistakes that you see most often from the average Canadian?
Well, the easy one that I talk about more than anything is, getting excited about your big tax refund. I'm not talking about getting a few $100s back. I couldn't care less.
Right.
If you're getting back thousands of dollars every single April or May, there's something dramatically wrong with your entire plan, right?
I agree.
And that means that you're basically overpaying your taxes throughout the entire year. The reason why most people get a large, I'm talking about in the thousands of dollars, sometimes
Right.
we've seen in the tens of thousands of dollars, is that they have deductions in most cases, sometimes credits as well, that their employer simply doesn't know about.
Right.
In other words, if you're an employee, as most people are, I mean, you could be self-employed, in which case you can reduce installments and things like that. But most people who get big refunds are employees because their
Absolutely.
employer is required to deduct statutorily under law. They are required to deduct the correct tax on your income. But they don't know about all your other deductions and credits, or at least most of them. And some of them they know about, the basic amount, spousal amount. You fill that in when you join the company. But most of the other stuff, like the juicy stuff, like the RSP deductions, right? If someone's divorced, the spousal support payments could be, enormous, right? Deductible, right? You could have significant charitable donations. We've got clients that give tens of thousands of dollars a year to charity that gives rise to a massive tax refund every year, right? So if you've got all these various deductions and credits that your employer doesn't know about, then what you can do is you can apply using a one-page form to the CRA. You got to do this every year.
Right.
For a reduction of tax at source. So the time to do that, by the way, is November. So
Because it's government. It takes them a long time to sort this out and get it back to you.
And what they're effectively doing is they're authorizing, because your employer can be fined severely
Absolutely.
for not withholding the right amount, right? So unless you get an approved letter, which is sent back to you, the taxpayer, authorizing your employer, you then send a copy. What I do is I scan it in to the CIBC HR department,
Right.
and they know exactly what to do. They get lots of these. And within a few days, by the next payroll, they are able to reduce my income to take into effect all my deductions and credits. So in other words, instead of waiting till next April to get this big juicy refund, I'm actually getting it every 2 weeks.
As you go.
Increase cash, right?